On this episode of Egging with Coalway, chicken apple tacos. Let's get after it. Simple, easy, delicious. So I'm your host, Keith. We're looking forward to making something simple, easy that you can also make. We got the green egg already up. It's already on about 300 degrees. We're using chicken thighs today, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Ain't really going to do a whole lot to them. They just came out of the package. We're going to put them on the big green egg. We're going to go ahead and season them with the big green egg, Ancho, chili, and coffee rub. Just a little dusting on those. We're going to let them cook until they're finished. When they're done, we're going to dice them up, add them with some, we'll put some diced apples in there. We're going to make a homemade jalapeno mayo. That's going to also go on that taco. We're going to probably finish it off with a little bit of white shredded cheddar cheese. So something simple anybody can do. So yeah, let's get to cooking. We're going to get over here on the green egg and get this over here and season these up. We got our ConvEGGtor in here again. We're cooking indirect a little bit. We're going to cook it, like I said, anywhere like around 300, 350 degrees. You know, we're not going to be in a big hurry to grill these. If you wanted to, you could cook them direct if you wanted to. We're just going to cook them indirect today, just so we can get a little bit of added smoke flavor. We're just going to lay them out on the grates here, and then we're going to, once we get them on here, we're going to go ahead and season these things up. And then, like I said, after we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and dice them up. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and season them up a little bit here. And that's about good. We're going to go ahead and let those go and get happy. And then we'll be back at you. We're going to make that homemade jalapeno mayo. All right, guys, we're back. And we're making, again, those chicken apple tacos. And we got the chicken on the egg. Right now, we're going to make that homemade jalapeno mayo. That's going to go well with that taco. We're going to take a half a cup of mayonnaise. And we're just going to go ahead and put it right here in this container here in this little measuring device. We're going to just blend it all up in here and put a little bit of extra in there. All right. Then we're going to dice this up a jalapeno. So again, we've already taken the seeds out of this. Let's go ahead and go like this. And again, as far as the jalapenos, I mean, there's different sauces and things out there that you could do if you wanted to. When I had this taco for the first time, I had it with the jalapeno mayo, and I've used it and made it with other different types of store-bought dressings, sauces, whatever you want to call it. And I still think it's better made with the jalapeno mayo. So that's what we're going to do today. And again, this recipe will be provided. We'll have it on the link, you know, whenever this video gets aired. So you'll be able to look back and see what we did. We're going to also add a couple of cloves of garlic. Now, I smoked this garlic on the grill about 2.5 hours. So we're going to put a couple cloves of garlic in here. And again, that smoke just gives it a little bit of extra love and a little bit of extra flavor. So we're going to throw that roasted smoked garlic in there. And then we're going to add a little bit of cilantro. So again, you like it, you don't. You know, you can add it, you cannot. Just depends on what you'd like. So we're just going to go ahead and add a little bit of that. So now we're going to add a little bit of lime juice in here. About a couple squeezes. We're good to go with that. So that's everything that we want to have in here. And we're just going to go ahead and try to blend this thing up here and make that mayo. And again, we want to get this really blended up good. If you want it hotter, you can obviously leave the seeds in it. You can leave the membranes and those jalapenos in there. If you want to really kick it up, you can add some habaneros or whatever you want. If you're like really hot stuff, we just want to have a nice flavor here just to accompany the chicken apple tacos. So we don't want it to be too crazy. We're going to dice up some apples shortly, and we'll check on our chicken. So we'll be back in a little bit. All right, guys, we're back. It wouldn't be chicken apple tacos without apples, right? So we're going to go ahead and dice them up. Now, you can dice them up with just hand dice if you want. I got this little chopper that I'm going to take advantage of. So I'm just going to take my apples, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut them like this. Cut like that. And what I found on this dicer, I want the apple to be like a certain size, and you can see on this grid how it's going to make them a certain size. So we're just going to go ahead and go just like that. And they work really well that way. And again, I want them to be a certain thickness. And you'll see whenever we assemble these tacos, the sizes of how they look. And I found out using this chopper, it also works good to have the skin side up when you're doing this. You can see in there the size of how they look. So it's a nice dice. But you'll see a nice diced apple that we're going to add in to our chicken thighs after we dice those up. We got the chicken thighs. They are done. We already temped them. So we are going to go ahead and get these off of the green egg onto our cutting board and get these things ready to assemble some chicken apple tacos. So we're just going to set these over here. And yeah, we already temped these. They're about 165, 170 something degrees. So we're good and safe. And we're going to get these over here. Got our apples diced up. And again, this is something very simple, nothing hard to do. We're just going to dice up this chicken. Because we're going to basically, obviously, put these in a flour tortilla. Now, again, if you want to, you can put those tortillas on the grill, warm them up. And we're just going to take that meat, throw it into our diced apples. We're going to dice up the rest of this chicken, and we'll be back in a couple of seconds. Hang tight. We'll be finishing this up shortly. Guys, we're back with Egging with Coalway. And again, this edition was chicken apple tacos. We have our diced tacos, the mixture basically. So we have our diced apple, and we diced those chicken thighs. So they're in there together. We did throw a couple of the tortillas onto the big green egg, get them a little soft, get a little bit of added flavor. And all we're going to do to build these tacos, you can make them, again, as big or as little as you want. So we're going to go ahead and just put some of this mixture inside. I got this idea for this recipe at a restaurant that I visited up in Bay City, Michigan, when I was covering that territory a couple years ago. And there was a barbecue restaurant up in Bay City, Michigan that actually made this taco. And I just made my own version of it. And so it turns out really good. We got that homemade jalapeno mayo that we made. See what's happening right there? We're really cooking, guys. We're not editing stuff. So we made that stuff homemade too. We got a little bit of our shredded white cheddar cheese. We're going to add a little bit of that on there. And again, that's all it is, man. You got these tacos. Turned out really good. Hey, cheers. Thanks for watching. Egging with Coalway. Chicken apple tacos. Hey, fire up the green egg. Come to Coalway. Get your supplies. Get your charcoal. And get cooking. Have fun. Enjoy life. We'll see you at the next time. And that is a good taco. We'll see you soon.